Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa. So this is going to be take 2 on my Margaret Miller week 2 video because for some reason I filmed it, I did it, I lost it. I don't know what happened to it. I remember seeing it, somehow it got deleted, whatever, it's gone. So I'm just going to show you what I did because that's all I can do. And then since kind of a bonus then, since I really can only show you what to do instead of just having the video, there's a couple of smaller projects I've been thinking of doing real quick, which would not be a whole video, and also show you a small haul I got from Goodwill recently. All right, so week 2 was going to be an object with jewelry or adornment. So I found in my sticker books, I have this egg that is adorned with flowers. A light source you find interesting. I found in an old kid's book. There is a old street lamp with the round bulbs on it. I thought that was kind of cool. I left the page on there with the holes in it, give a little texture. Something stapled. This is a receipt, which is farther down here, that I stapled to the page like you would staple a receipt. It's a digital old vintage receipt. Something found in the garden. So I've got all these bugs that would be in a garden, along with the flowers that would be on the egg. Like I said, the receipt. And, oh, interesting light source, I forgot. I also found this in a sticker book. It's like one of those lamps that would go on a lighthouse. And bonus black ink stamping. So I stamped this butterfly in black ink and then a couple this receipt. And this kind of fell off number right there. Those are Tim Holtz stamps. So I stamped them in black ink. So that was my week 2 Margaret Miller. Done. Okay, so moving on to my small haul, but some fun stuff that I found at the Goodwill. So first thing I found here was for 99 cents. I haven't opened this one yet. Most of the stuff I actually have opened and played with because I wasn't planning on doing a video because it's small, but I figured I'd add it to it. They are just 2 hard cardboards with green thicker cardstock in the middle. So I thought this could definitely be some sort of fun spring project. Throw some stuff on there. Use them as bases for tags. Make a little flip journal. Something with the ring, 99 cents. How can you go wrong with that? So kind of think of a project for that. Secondly, I came across these, which were $1.99, and there's a whole big pack of labels. Look at all those labels. There's some small ones in the front. And I thought there were some big ones. No, they're all small ones. I don't know what I saw. I think I just saw an illusion. Yeah, they're all the smaller labels. So I have a project that I was going to do today that I'll show you in a bit to use these small labels. So I thought that was a great find. I've been looking to get some labels, but they're always too expensive, so I haven't gotten them. I'm like, sold. Okay, now some of my more exciting finds were I found a couple punches. And I'll show you. This one is a slot punch. I think I'm gonna have to work on it though for get it a little bit more oiled or whatever you want to call it, because it's. Oh, I guess it went through. I didn't realize it. It's one of those corner where you would put a photo in there, something like that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Maybe you could put some ribbons through there. Like that. So I thought that was an interesting punch I found. And then I found this punch, which is like a little corner thing that gives like a little fancy edge there. Thought that was kind of fun for a tag. I don't remember how much these were. I took all the packaging off. They weren't expensive though. Okay. And then my big find, this was $2.99. But I thought it was a great deal. One of these, can you believe I found one of these? And it seems to be in really excellent condition. It's supposed to take 2.5-inch tags, but I have found that you could put, this is a 3-inch. I have found you can't put a bigger one in there. And then you can go ahead and snip it off, round it, and do 3-inch wide tags, which is nice because that box I did recently with the 3-inch wide tags, this is perfect. And also, it's really hard to tell, but it gives like an embossing little, it's really hard to see. It kind of embosses around the circle where it's at to do a raised end, but I thought that was, I mean, like really cool. Like you could definitely do all three things on something. Fun, huh? Definitely. So, yeah, I was glad I stopped by. I wasn't planning on it, but I'd gone to the post office and swung by there, and I'm like, cool. I did find one other thing that I'm not going to show because it is a project that I'm going to work on, so I'm going to keep that as a surprise idea that I'll be doing in the next few days. So, yeah, so with that. All right, so since that only took a few minutes, I was going to work on a couple things that I had promised to do, and I've done this before. This is probably hard to see, but I have put on here some just regular clear old tape on here, and I need to do some of my faux vintage tape. So if you haven't seen this before, this is a quick tutorial on how I do it. I can put something underneath here. And if you've seen it before, you can fast forward to the next project. I would not be offended. I think I probably need 2 sheets. This is how I do it. By all means, it's not the only way to do it. It's not the end-all be-all. It's just something I found that works for me. So if it works, you do it. So I have placed it on this paper, which is the paper that I pull off my labels, shipping labels from. So it's just that smooth release kind of paper that's on the back of stickers. You can use wax paper, things like that. So I just took strips of the tape and laid it down here, and I didn't measure them. Some end here, some go the whole way, just really long. But so what I use is the Tim Holtz alcohol inks. I found this 3-pack at a Joann's, so they all come in one pack. I think it was like $14.99 for it, but it goes on sale or coupons at Joann's. You can. I don't know if they sell it at Hobby Lobby for it, but it does come in a 3-pack. It has ginger, latte, and caramel, all 3 kind of dark colors. So basically all I do is start with one color and start putting it. Ooh, that came out faster than I thought it would. Faster than I thought it would. Put it on a couple things, and then take a little sponge thing that I have and just mush it around a little bit, just to get it dispersed. You can tell when it switches off the tape. The first one I'm really not worried about any residue on here or anything like that, because I will be adding more colors to it. So there's the first one. All right, we're going to close that up because spillage. And we'll go to the next color. Let's see, I used ginger first. I'll go caramel next. All right, so caramel is the next one. And I randomly just picked which colors I want to do. I think at one point I had an order written down, but I don't think it really matters too much. And like the other one, just go ahead and blot it a little bit. And this is just, at this point, just getting different shades in there. And you see, as it dries, it gives a little bit of texture too, which is kind of fun. All right. Okay, we're gonna close up the caramel, and do some latte. Ooh, latte's tight. All right, put in a couple spots that look like it hasn't been anything put on it. Making sure I get a little bit on each tape. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. And the latte has a bit of a greenish hue to it also. So depending on, I don't know, I think depending on the temperature, what it mixes with, sometimes it leaves like a patina of a green, which is kind of cool too, because it's not all just brown. Not that I'm upset about the browns or anything, but it adds an extra layer of fun to it. All right, I'm just making sure that I've gone to the end of all the tapes, because why waste the tape? Having some color on it. And it dries really quickly, as you can see. You kind of tell there's a bit of a green to it. So I need to find my alcohol spray. All right, so I have some rubbing alcohol that I'm just gonna spritz a little bit on my hand here. And maybe I could spritz it on here. I just don't want too big of a thing. Just a little bit of spritzing. Ooh, so you see what it does. It gives a cool effect to it. All right. Don't want it to dry here. Don't want to take it off, but there was kind of a big puddle there. All right, so we're gonna go back and just put a few dots. Whoop, that one likes to come out a little faster than I would like it to. That was the ginger. And we'll just go ahead and dab that a little bit just to make it less okay. Now you can play with this all day, and there really is no need to do that. It really just kind of makes itself. And a couple more drops on there. Okay. Ooh, strong smell of alcohol. All right. Now, like I said, this is not going to take long to dry, which is nice. But what I do then is I end up cutting it between, you can see it's pretty easy, cutting it between the lines where it's at and keeping those strips like they are. I have also, a lot of times I'll cut it down the center in smaller parts so you get different variations on it. But that is basically all I have to do to make my vintage tape. And I'm not sure if I have, I had one piece left over. I had one piece left over from the last time I did it. So you can see it's as wide as it is, but I have it on the backing paper. So all I have to do is, if I want to use this whole piece, just like any sticker, peel off the back and use that just like a regular old vintage tape. Cut it in half so it's a little thinner. Yeah, so like I said, these are pretty much done. I'll just cut them into strips and I'll be good to go for a while. So, all right, well, if you hadn't seen that before, hopefully give you a little inspiration to make your own. It doesn't not take very long, and I use very little. I mean, I'll probably have this my entire life. So it definitely was worth an investment for me, and how fun those tapes are. So, all right, put that to the side, and I probably should keep this out. That's a mess. Move that. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I decided with these that I wanted to make labels out of these. So what I've done, and I did one already, but I'm going to show you how you did it. So if you want to stick around and watch me do it, you can. If not, at least you'll see the outcome. So this is what I did with one of the address labels. The first thing I used was my there we go. Were these that I got recently, and I said I haven't used them yet, the eclectic edges. And these labels have 3 rows. So I put an edge down the beginning or the front of those 2, and on this one I put it on the back side of it, and then just went through my Tim Holtz stamps and stamped on them, overlapping some of the divisions, so when they come off, they'll come off like that, like this one is right there. So that is the stamp that I can use, label, I should say. Well, I don't want to call them a stamp. This label that I can use anywhere, and you can see it's got parts all over the place for it. I'm just going to see if I can put that back. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and make another sheet of this. I'm not sure if I'll use the same colors. I started with this just doing browns, and I thought it was just too brown, so I started adding some of the I thought more spring colors, but now it kind of looks more fall. So I think I'm going to try to do a little bit of different color scheme on this next one for it. And I missed up here because these aren't labels. This was just part of the sheet, but that's where I stopped on that. So, all right, let's get that to the side, and let's get my labels ready, or stamps ready. Okay, now like I said, I want to do one more spring, so this one's kind of got like floral in it, so let's see if we can use this one. And I wonder if I could use this rustic wilderness. It's a brighter green. This could be fun. And maybe I'll do each row with a different stamp. My first one I did all out of a certain brown that was the same color. So all right, so we're gonna do our best to do the edge of that. Yeah, that is nice. Okay. Yeah, cute. All right, this one's got swirlies, kind of florally. I could probably do that one. All right, so should I do another green or another springy color? I think another springy color might be fun. So maybe like a fossilized amber, like a yellow. Let's try that. There's a string on there. Okay, let's go this way. Sorry if my head's in the way here, but this middle one's a little bit more tricky. Fun. I did kind of go on here, but that's okay. I'll mix and match the stamps that I use for the other stuff. Okay, that's a little better. Wipe that off. And for the last one, this almost looks like a wall tile, like it would be in a garden, so let's do that one. But the color choice. All right. I don't know if I want to do purple, but purple's floral, spring floral, right? We'll turn this around, right? Make my life a little easier. And pretty purple. A little darker than I thought it would be, which is good. Okay. And squish. Okay. All right. Okay, so now we'll grab the other Tim Holtz stamps and we'll go in the middle of them. All right, so I have field notes, which I think would be great for spring stuff, and falling off. There we go. And I've got eccentric, which is a little more fun, and then the correspondent. So I think I'm going to start with mostly field notes, but I'm sure lots of numbers and fun stuff in these that I'll be able to use a few of those, but we'll start with field. Now the way I did the other one is I did start with some bigger stamps just to kind of fill the area a bit more. So let's do that. We'll start with field label. Get the block. Okay. All right, so let's do a couple in the green. And like I said, we're just going to put them anywhere. If they overlap the divisions, that's fine. Makes it a little bit more interesting. It's not the full label, but I pretty much kept most of them facing one direction. I really didn't. I did a couple sideways, but I didn't go up and down or upside down or anything like that. And I try not to overlap too much of the what do you call it, the edging, trying to keep that a little bit more secure. So, all right. And maybe we'll throw a field label in the purple over here. That could be kind of fun. Even though it's the same over here, it doesn't matter because this label will not be the same as that label in the end. So even though they're sort of next to each other, it really does not matter. Okay. All right. That's a fun one. Now we'll do a specimen, do a couple more purple, do some yellow. And we'll do one at the top. Okay. All right, so let's do a little collection here. Do some of that in the yellow. Fossilized amber. Cover that up before my whole elbow is purple. And that would happen to me. I've had quite the day, actually. I was doing some Etsy orders and trying to print some paperwork, and for some reason my printer was not connecting. So I had to reboot it. It wasn't connected to the Wi-Fi. Then it wasn't connecting. It wouldn't recognize it. And then I whacked my hand. I thought I like broke my finger. It just was just not my day, as they say. What could go wrong was going wrong. So, yeah. I finally got the printer to work. I rebooted it a couple times and said to it, "Come on, work." And it listened to me finally. So that was good. But I really at one point thought I should probably just go back to bed. Yeah. Okay. All right, that's probably enough of the big uns. couple circles. All right. And so I probably ended up being the one that actually deleted my file or video. I think I might have done it because I did week 1 and then I filmed week 2 right in a row because I was in a roll. And I think I might have, after I uploaded one, ended up deleting both of them. So, oh well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? All right. Now we'll do one purple somewhere. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's start doing some, probably could use a smaller block though. And oh, put that there. And put that there. Okay, I think that's enough of that. And let's do a little bit of this. Start with the green. Yeah, these are definitely a little bit more springy colors, that's for sure. And all right, so what do we say? We get some receipts in here. All right, so let's go. Use a little purple. I'll go sideways on that one. And where else could I put it? Let's see. Let's put it there. Okay. All right. Okay, let's try that one. That'd be fun. Okay. What about there? And we'll go there. Okay. Let's do some yellow. I think I've done too much yellow with these. All right, let's see. I'll put some there. And put a little there. Okay. I always like to do that stamp, but let's start with a bigger number one. little bigger than the stamp, but I think it'll work. Okay. All right. We'll start with a little bit of yellow. Sneak it in here. Probably should have done this one a little earlier, but we'll sneak it in here. So it's basically, this tag's gonna have a few numbers, that's gonna have a few, that's gonna have a few, that's gonna have a few. So you won't really even know what it was. All right. Okay, put that one there. And will you fit in there? Sure you will. Okay. All right, little finest in the world. Not too much space left for it, but let's you can go up there and you can go right there. A little too much yellow right in a row, but it'll be okay. Put some right there. Okay. All right, put that one away, and I'll start going with some a little bit smaller ones here. And okay. Name of remitter. Let's see, we'll do that in green. Put you there. And let's do a couple in yellow. I'm so concentrating here, like I'm making a work of art. Right? But it's not a work of art, it's just fun. All right, let's put that right there. As my stamps keep getting smaller and smaller. Nope, you go here. Okay, let's see. Put that there. And let's see. You can go there. And you can go there. Get some purple. 1913. We'll go there and there and there, there. Okay, let's see. circle one's always a fun one. And put you there. You can go there. I think that's off the page, but okay, what about right there? Okay. All right, so this 3-star one is always fun to do. Throw a little yellow. Yeah, put you there. I should put that stamp on there straight. It's like throwing the angles, confusing myself which way to go. All right, a couple purple stars because why not? That's looking pretty good. Purple stars next to yellow stars, why not? All right, can't forget a few green stars. Okay. All right, I do have that other teeny tiny one that throw in a couple spots. All right, so maybe right there. Little yellow. Little yellow right there. And I think we might be looking like we're done here. Right there. I don't want yellow. I'm going to go sideways with the purple. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to call that one done. Or overdone, depending on how you look at it. Yeah. Now one thing I didn't do on this one that I forgot to mention on the last one, if I can track it down, there we go, is you can see the background is off-white. I did take my regular old ink pad and go over it. I didn't do it on this one, but I still might be able to if I want to darken it a little. Maybe get my tea dye out, since it's not as dark. I also do have old paper, which has a green hue to it. Yeah, just a little bit to knock down the white background. Should have done that first, but I forgot about it. Yeah, nothing fancy, nothing too, you can hardly tell that it's done, but it's just enough to make it not as white. A little more antique. Okay. Yeah, I love it. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, get that out of the way in case it's glaring, because it tends to like to do that. Put my regular vintage back on. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to call that one done. Okay, well, it was a productive, definitely a productive video. Not the video I intended to post for today. Like I said, it was just going to be my Margarete Miller week 2. But getting this done, as well as showing you this one, very fun. And getting my tapes done. Like I said, now that it's definitely dry, like I said, all I do is cut down here. And if I want to cut it shorter, I can, but I try to keep it a little bit longer to start because I don't know how big of a piece I want. But I just cut these all down so that I have strips to use. So, yeah, fun stuff. I love it. All right, well, that's going to be it for me today. If you'd like to see future videos, please hit the subscribe channel. I've got some fun projects definitely coming up in the works. Some Tim Holtz background project I have. I've got a fun new journal that was inspired by item I found at the Goodwill that I did not show, secret. And also I have a plan that I want to use these tags for. So yeah, lots of fun stuff coming up. All right, that is going to be it for me today. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.